Okay, so we're live. Welcome to our Pacific Rim US Standup. Um, Today with me here, it's AG, and Patrick, and Vijaya in and out. Let's see if she can rejoin us. And okay, so who wants to start today? Okay, maybe you, Patrick.
Yeah, so you just volunteered me, huh?
Yeah, there's no one else. I can be the one to
Oh,
start.
wait. AG started? AG dropped?
Yeah,
Oh,
apparently,
boy.
yes.
Great. Everything's
Okay.
unstable.
Mm-hmm.
Well, there's Virginia back.
Mm-hmm.
Um, yeah, so this morning I had a pair programming session with Laura on her download resume story. So we got through some blockers there. But then she encountered some issues with CI semaphore. I'm still waiting to see how that comes out. But um, we got it working in a local environment in terms of testing, both acceptance as well as controller testing for download resume action.
Mm-hmm.
I reviewed Sanja's PR, where she's converting the UTC time from the database to local time, and I had problems getting it to work, so I investigated further and checked out the JavaScript library she's using Moment, and I was able to make it work by changing some code, and I made notes on her PR against that. So hopefully she sees that. Um, and I think that's pretty much it for me today. So no blockers.
Okay, cool. Um,
Oh, I'm sorry. Wait a minute. Forgot to say I did submit a PR for the error indication that you get if you try to reject a job but you don't enter a reason. It's the same modal, but we were styling the message and giving a different message depending upon the
mhm.
context in which the modal was shown. So I cleaned that up and styled the message to be similar, regardless of how the modal is shown. And I saw your comment on that, so maybe we can talk about that after the scrum.
Yeah, the PR is awful because you changed all the indentation of the file, so I have no clue what you changed.
Yeah, I know. I probably should have left that alone, but um, she had 8 spaces indexed per tab, and it was just getting way too
Yeah,
far to the right.
yeah, it doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
Okay, uh, so we have David back.
Yes, I
Cool,
was AG earlier. I realized I was logged
good.
into the wrong account. So
Okay, uh, welcome. So are you new? Are you doing the course? Um,
yeah,
what's your
I
comment?
was here yesterday, and
Oh,
I
you were still yesterday.
yeah,
Oh, okay.
I
Cool.
got assigned the
Mhm.
add RSpec coverage to company person controller.
Okay,
Yeah,
cool.
so
So, um, do you want to share with us what you've been doing today?
well, yeah, mostly I've just been getting my environment running. Still, I don't know if you have any experience trying to run it in C9. I'm having a little trouble getting it to read a Firefox binary.
Well, that's
Yeah,
tough.
yeah, it's gonna be tough. I don't think C9s have enough memory
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
to
Yeah,
run
that's
cucumber tests.
That makes
At
sense.
least, at least our cucumber test, I don't think it has
yeah.
enough memory.
So,
Because I remember I struggled with another project there, trying to
Mhm.
run stuff, but it was hard.
so I don't think I actually need to run Cucumber
Hmm.
to
Yeah,
do the RSpec tests. I was just kind of wanted to, see if I get it running.
get it running. Yeah.
So I was just kind of trying to figure out what the, intended um, features were as far as the. So I was looking at routes for company people, and I saw that there was a show, edit, update, destroy for that, but it was not entirely clear to me if that was already implemented or pending implementation, or just kind of what state everything is in.
Okay, so maybe we can talk about that afterwards.
Sure.
When we end everything. So I see you have this blocker. Do you have anything else blocking you at this point?
No.
No? Okay, so Vijay, are you there?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, because you're imageless today.
Yeah, it is not coming.
Okay, so tell us about your day.
My day is I did some of the tests there. We already discussed it. But don't ask any test about those ones. It is messing me all my development. I am using another thing, and this is I don't know the company policies are directly added. I opened to environment in my development environment. I did not check. You notice then I go into my GitHub. I saw the company policy file added to this branch. Okay, so
Yeah, some leftover from other development that you're doing or something.
okay, last 3 days I did not come because I'm not available to the Scrum, but I did not see any videos recording for the Scrum.
Yeah, 2 days ago?
Yeah.
2 days ago, there was no one. I was alone, and then Raphael showed up, and I didn't start.
Okay.
I didn't start it because it was after the hour, so there
Okay.
wasn't much there. Okay, any blocker?
No, only the blocker is missing. We had.
Okay, cool. So me, I've been looking at PRs, just reviewing PRs. I think I merged 2 PRs today, 1 PR. I don't know, something like that. I also give a hand to the guys of the async voter. They were having some issues there, so I give them some help in this morning pair programming session. And I joined, I think, Kent back, and I talked a little bit with Sam about that. And that was it for my day today. That's it. Okay, so let me start first with Vijay's problem, and then we move
Okay.
to yours, David. Okay.
Okay.
So, Vijaya,
Okay.
what I wrote there on Slack is that for each group of tests. So let me just pick up where is your PR. So let me share my screen here. Oh, this is different now. Okay, cool. Okay, I think this is the window. Yeah, this is the correct window. Everybody can see my awesome GitHub there.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
Cool. So let's go to your PR. Your PR is here. Okay. So everything is implemented there. You have everything here. Everything's okay. Now we enter this context part here. For example, for the new.
Okay.
In the new, you test that you will not receive an unauthorized for the agency admin. That's cool. So we have one test.
Okay.
We check that the job developer get an error.
Okay.
So 2 type of users checked. So that's cool. 3rd type of user is case manager. Okay. So for the new, we need to check that the company admin, the contact person, and the job seeker, and the user that's not logged in cannot access.
Okay.
Okay, so you should, inside each context that you have here, like this context, you should have 7 tests.
Okay.
1 for each type, plus the user not logged in.
Okay.
Is it clear now?
Yeah.
Yeah, cool.
Yes.
So anything else?
No.
No? Okay, so now let's go to David. Okay, let me reshare my screen. It was good there. Okay, present to everyone, and waffle. What we have here in waffle. So you have this. No, this is not you. You here, there. So currently the tests for company people controller. So let's go to company people controller here. Company people controller app. Company people controller here. Company people controller, and let's open the R specs as well. Okay. Controller, company people controller. Okay, so we have it here, and we do have our tests here. And what the story basically says is that we only have coverage for edit profile, home endpoint, and the update profile function. So let's pick one up. So let's imagine edit profile one here. So in the edit profile, it's a very simple thing. You just do company find, and then find a company. This is loaded by the action is here, okay? And then it does the authorize there. Okay, so what we have in terms of tests for this, we do check that the company admin can access a profile of a company person. And then we do check that a company contact also have access to it. So this is company admin and company contact. And then we have some tests to make sure that we don't have unauthorized access. So everybody that has a different type is not there. As this is a very small test, the only thing that we need to make sure is that, for example, that our correct template is rendered, because the edit, as you might know, just returns the form with information of the company person. Okay. So let me try to open it here. Maybe it will help. Company person, company people, and we have the edit profile, and the edit profile is just a form, and we should be good. Okay, so and this test exists for these two as well. So what do we need to implement on this story? In terms of code, we will not need to do anything. Okay? So this is done. This is all the functionality is there and it's working. What we need to make sure is that this functionality works. Okay, so to do tests for the functionality itself.
For update and destroy.
We currently need, I believe, show. That's a very basic thing, so we don't do anything here. So we just need to attest that basically checks that it renders. The edit, the same thing, because the edit is not here. Yeah. So basically, these two are just to more or less replicate what we have in this one. So do this part of the test, the render template. I think we have already some tests for the authorization. Damn, everyone didn't do the test for those endpoints. Okay, I think we'll just try to do it in a simpler way. Let's ignore for now the authentication, the authorization, and the non-authorized tests, and then we create a new story to add those tests here. I thought that Runet created them. Okay, so what we need to check, we need to create a test that checks if show is present and edit is present, if it renders the correct template. For the update one, it's a little bit more problematic here, because we don't need only to check that the template renders, but we also need to check that if we can do the update attributes, we will be redirected to this place and we'll have this on the flash, and that the company person do get their parameters updated. And then if there is any error here, we need to make sure that this is set. Okay?
Okay. So don't worry for now about checking the authorized access for show and edit. Is that what you were saying?
You just need to make sure that you log in with company admin always. So do your tests with more or less this setup. So the before, to make sure that you have a company person that they are the ones that can change things. Okay.
Okay. Right.
I don't think Arun's delivered his PR for company person authorization tests, right? I think that's still outstanding.
It's still outstanding?
I believe so. I don't think we even have a PR for that, or maybe you merged one, but I don't remember seeing that. I thought he was still working on that.
Oh, I think I merged this PR for that.
So where are the authorization tests for company person? Anywhere in here?
That's what I
There's no tests.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's nothing. So I don't think I don't know. I suspect he hasn't delivered that though.
Let's see, not one. What do I want? Policies and company person. So we have the policies here. So yeah, the policies are all implemented here. So what I thought he had done, and that's my fault because I reviewed the PR and I should have looked into it, is that I thought he had added the tests, just the basic tests of the authorization, but he didn't.
Yeah.
So we will need to add those tests afterwards. Unless David feels very confident and wants to tackle that in this PR as well, then
no, I'd better keep it.
You guys wanted to be a 1, remember?
Right.
Yeah.
Now we're really getting into bigger things.
So let's just, as I said, let's create the tests. Make sure that you sign in, because you will need to sign in with company admin. So pick up something like this, like before here, that works. And we should be good.
Okay.
Can we go back to that that update action in the controller? So here you see this comment here, David. So you want to be able to test that you've tripped this error indication. So you're going to have to look at the model validation that occurs when we update the attributes. If the model validation, there's a condition where it sets company admin error, as you can see in that test at line 42. So somewhere in the model validation, it's doing that. It's doing it because the user is unchecking. The user is the company admin, let's say, and they're editing themselves and they're unchecking company admin role, which they can't. If they're the sole company admin, we don't allow them to uncheck themselves. We need at least one company admin.
Right.
So that's what's happening there.
Is that validated at the JavaScript level or just on
no? It's a Ruby model level, Rails model level.
Okay.
Yep.
So it'll let them uncheck it, and then when they try to save, it'll.
You see in the controller it detects the error, and then it says you can't do that. I'm gonna rerun the edit, and it also line 49. It essentially rechecks that box before it goes back to the edit with line 49 there.
Okay.
So once it's repainted, that box is checked, and there's probably an error message at the top that says you can't uncheck that.
Mhm.
I forget exactly how it works, but I'm sure we tell the user, no, we're not allowing that. Because you're the sole admin.
Mhm.
So that's a little bit of logic to work through in terms of how to test, but it'd be good to get some testing around that.
Yeah.
Okay.
The test looks pretty easy. If you just, on the company person parameters that you pass in, if you pass an empty company roles, you
Mhm.
should be able to trigger this behavior.
Okay.
Okay. And I think
Yeah.
the destroy is going to be pretty straightforward.
Mhm.
And that's it. So
Okay,
the
great.
only one that's trickier, it's this one, because we will need to make sure that it fails. And in
Mhm.
order to fail it, you need to remove the company roles.
Right.
Of it.
Okay, got it.
Okay. Do you have any question
Nope.
regarding this? No? Okay. So anyone have any question? Anything that would like to talk about?
Is there any like admin accounts or like a list of accounts for the dev database?
Yes. In the wiki, you have it there. If you don't want to search on the wiki, if you see the seeds file,
Mhm.
you'll have those there. So
Oh, okay, great.
see if
Right,
I
that
can
makes
find
sense.
them. If you just seed it, you'll have. Where are
Yeah,
they?
it's easier to look at on the wiki, though. It's tough to look through that seeds file.
If you know where they are.
It's under demos.
Oh, it's on demos. Okay. Here.
Yeah, at the bottom of the page.
That's demos, and you'll have your. No.
It's not there.
No.
Under demos, we have all users.
Yeah, at the bottom of the demos page,
Pets
there's a
demos.
table.
Yeah.
Pets demos, yeah, at the very bottom of
Yeah.
the page.
Yes, that's
Oh,
where
wait a
I
minute.
am.
No, you're right.
There's
Where
nothing
did? Let's see.
Oh, okay.
there. Oh, there you
So
go.
yeah, there's a link to it on there, like a hot link for.
It's the onboarding new team members. It's in this 4.
Oh, it's onboarding. Okay, at the bottom of that.
It's on this 4 here, and you just go to the bottom, and you'll have, as a company admin for the widgets, it's gonna be the HR widgets.com, where the password 4123.
Okay.
And if you need anything else, there's also one of each in here.
Mhm.
Okay. Do you have any question or anything?
Nope.
Nope. Okay. So from my side, that's all. If no one has anything else that would like to say.
From my PR that I just submitted, you asked about testing. So I didn't put any testing in there because all I'm doing is changing some styling. But I did look, and for the job application, we have testing for valid rejection, where somebody rejects and enters a reason for the rejection. There is no testing for trying to reject an application and not entering a reason and it coming back and saying you have to enter a reason. So we don't have a test for that situation.
Do you want to add the tests on this PR?
Well, that's the question. Do we just put this in because it's a simple styling change? Or do we expand it to include some testing? I can go. Why don't I just do that? We've already got the PR. I'll go ahead and do that. I'll add a test or two.
Looks good.
Then you can figure out what changed when I
That
do
would be
that.
easier unless you change the
I'll change.
indentation of Jasmine as well.
Oh no, it won't be. No, I'm not. I'm just going to do acceptance testing.
Just exceptions.
There is a story to add Jasmine testing for the whole job application JavaScript
This doesn't
stuff.
have Jasmine tests yet.
There's a story outstanding for that,
Okay.
but that's a bigger story. Jasmine testing of all the job application JavaScript. There's going to be, that's a substantial story in and of itself.
Yeah, it needs to be broken into little pieces. But
Yeah.
I'm not very. I don't want to push that story right now. I think we have other things to do, and we can tackle that afterwards.
Yeah, I'm not worried about it. But the other one is just an acceptance test. Other than that, there's no other way to do it. So
okay, looks good. Yeah, once again, I'm slacking on my part, so I need to get somehow to schedule a meeting with all of us. I have to try it next week to
For MVP?
the MVP. Yeah,
hmm
I'll try to find a tool now
a
to
tool.
get that. A tool to do the calendar so people can vote on days.
Let's develop another tool that's going to break on us that we can't maintain.
No, I just want to search something and something that's just press a button there. Okay.
Oh yeah, is that
okay? So
Based
if
on
anyone
the
knows something like that, just tell me something free.
based on the tool voting, and you will schedule the meeting.
Hmm?
Based on the tool, you will schedule the meeting based on the votes on the tool. You publish the calendar, everyone is select. I'm available this day, this day. Which date has the more votes, and you will schedule the meeting. And that is okay. Okay.
Okay. I'll see that.
Okay.
I don't know. I thought about Doodle, but I don't know. I never used it. I'm going to see if I can just create an account easily there or something.
there must be a million group scheduling apps out there. I gotta believe.
I'm pretty
But
sure.
who knows?
But okay, I'll try to set that up tonight and see if I can schedule. Vijay, I think it must be in the morning, early morning for you, in order for us to get the
Okay.
Asia people there. So I think
Yeah.
you will have to be like 7 for you.
A client meeting, you were talking.
Yes, client meeting will be next week at 7.
Yeah, I'll come to
But I'm saying the meeting to talk about the MVP.
I don't know. Based on the date, I will let you know.
Yes, I know. I'm just warning you that it will be
Yeah,
mornings.
I'm okay. Somebody will drop my kid. Otherwise, I have to go to 8 o'clock. Based on what time.
So I'll keep that in mind, and I'll just open a slot on
Yeah.
Thursday.
Okay.
Okay,
Let's do it
so
Thursday. Yeah.
thank you all,
Yeah.
and I'll see you tomorrow. Okay.
Okay. Bye,
Thanks.
Patrick.
Bye.
Bye.
Yeah. Bye, Vijaya. Bye, everybody.
Bye. Bye.